We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine, to see what is going on. We have now shifted into September's Venus Sirius portal. This runs from the 4th today through the 9th. And I think this is so powerful because it's happening alongside the 9/9 portal. This month is going to bring huge shifts for twin flames. We're also in, September, the last 3 months of the year. If you thought the frequencies were really high this year, wait until 2026. So a lot of those last 3 months of the year are going to be to shift us into a much higher frequency energetically and to help us to integrate into it. And they're bringing major upgrades. September is a major upgrade month for twin flames as well too, because it brings the energies of the equinox, and this is always powerful for twin flames. So we're going to go ahead and start with a reading for the divine feminine though, just to see what is going on. Now, of course, we have these two eclipses, and the first one's going to be the 7th, so it's happening in the middle of the Sirius portal as well too. Eclipses are always huge for twin flames because they can really change the trajectory of, I always say, your life, your timelines. And of course, this is a north node destined, we'll say it's aligned with the north node, as this is a full moon in Pisces, blood moon eclipse. And it's going to bring powerful shifts for twin flames to help align you with your destiny. The second one is going to bring a little bit of a clearing vibe too. So this one's going to help you to shift into alignment. Huge for twin flames too, okay? Now, this first eclipse is going to bring a lot of Arcturian energies too. So we have a lot of galactic energies in the mix. Now, of course, I believe this portal is to help prepare us. Major heart chakra stuff coming up, and that could look like anything. It could look like past relationship lessons that you need to learn and integrate, that you might be bringing into things. It can look like old blocks or pain that's creating, issues within your heart chakra, ways you need to open up to this connection more. So we're going to talk a lot on energy today, but we're going to kind of just start with the reading for the divine feminine. I just want to say, hey, do some cards. Remember, this is just a general reading though. It's a collective reading. This is why I encourage you to do the one-on-one phone call sessions with me on my website. I do twin flame readings and, of course, coaching. I am an energy healer. I have a ton of healings, clearings, and activations that are really, really going to help you with your spiritual awakening and, of course, your twin flame journey, too. So if you guys need me, go ahead and book me on my website. I always have tons of stuff up there all the time for everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what's going on for the divine feminine side of things. Only take what resonates. Honor how far you've come. You're not there yet. I was telling my own twin flame, it's a little like you're halfway up the mountain right now where we're at. For everyone, a little bit like you're halfway up the mountain and you got a long way to go, but you've come so far. And it's a little I know you guys are kind of feeling it and feeling the energies and you've come so far, but you have a little bit more to go, right? But see how you're changing, growing, and we call that evolving, right? And this is important too, because this is what we're actually doing here on Earth. And some of you guys are here for that deeper transformation, especially for those of you guys on the twin flame journey, because twin flame can be an intense energy and it can be a challenging energy as it usually, and this is no different than awakening and ascension. Is why I do these videos. Your ascension is going to require you to do the work to ascend. And it's the same as the twin flame work, but I find sometimes the twin flame being on your journey with you will usually kind of speed things up and accelerate things. But if you lean into these energies, it's very, very powerful for helping you to heal and see things and go deeper within yourself, okay? So your relationships are actually here to help you to integrate the unintegrated within you. It's like what you still need to heal within you. They're going to show you if you're holding trauma, it's going to be triggered. If you're holding fear, they're going to show you that. If you have a lot of projections, they're going to play them back to you. They're going to find, it's going to be very reflective of what you're holding within your energy field. And a lot of times we have a lot of unhealed stuff that makes it hard in connections, to be carrying it into these connections, because usually it gets triggered to the surface and needs to be seen in some type of way. So divine feminine, you've been going through a lot lately with this journey and with your healing journey. And to see that, and also you're being guided to kind of look at yourself on a deeper level. This is going to require lots of shadow work, okay? Because when we don't do the shadow work, usually it can cause issues within the connection. Okay, so we have cutting your cords. You're being guided to really declutter your energy and to release. It could be fear-based energies, but also unhealthy karmic connections, patterns, and things that you're still holding on to. Okay, your relationships, usually if you have wounding, you're going to attract your relationships usually based on that. Now, this is a twin flame dynamic, so it works a little bit differently. If you're still holding on to and you have deep wounds around certain areas, they're going to be triggered. And I was trying to explain to someone, like, well, why? Like, why? Welcome to the earth, right? Why? Because you need to heal this stuff. Or, it creates things, not good things on the energy level with these wounds. So they're going to be triggered to the surface, and generally through your relationship, because you're actually doing spiritual work with the people that you're in relationships with. And so, really healing old wounds and things like that. You're being guided to clear your karmic baggage. This could look like, for some, it's like actual karmic connections and the cords. And we have cords for every connection that we have. And it's like untangling these cords. If you have unhealthy connections that are, still in your field, and this could be from, usually it's past people and experiences and lower timelines that we haven't fully resolved that are still active and showing in our field. Okay, because it comes up for the twin flame journey. But also this could be karmic patterns for some. It's like a lot of stuff that comes up on the twin flame journey that you're being guided to kind of heal and to release and let go of. Especially, I always say, pay attention to what has been triggered specifically by your person, by your masculine. And this will give you great insight into your healing journey and things that you're still working on or working through. Okay, relationship harmony. There's actually a lot of beautiful energy streaming into the planet right now. We have the perfect mix of galactic energies and even Venus energies here to help you to heal your love life and to upgrade your love life. But you got to do the work too, okay? These energies are here to help us. We can lean into them and we can really benefit for them. Learning how to work with the energies is what I do as well too. Try to help you guys with how to work with these energies and what to be doing with them and things like that too. So doing healing work during this alignment will help to amplify things and help in a huge, huge way. So we have a big focus with this Venus Sirius portal on our love lives, but also on what we need to heal still in our love lives so that we can be in a harmonious union and, really, really in a good way too. So if there's still wounding coming up, being triggered, active in the connection, it can create a disharmony too. So we want to be in a beautiful, harmonious union with this person. And it's going to require everything coming up. Your twin flame masculine is going to reflect back to you all your amazing traits, aspects, and energies. But also, if you have wounds and things that are still active or negative traits and aspects, those will be mirrored back too, which makes it very, very challenging. Because a lot of times, some of this stuff, I always say it might not even be conscious. It's like bringing a lot of unconscious aspects to the surface, and it's maybe not even like what they're doing or showing you, it's how you're seeing yourself as well too. So that's a big part of it, how you're seeing yourself in their presence, and things you need to work on or work through, I always say. So we have sitting with sorrow. Some of you guys are in a sad is like my gloomy energy, sad energy. This is a twin flame reading, so it could be how this person has made you feel that way. I don't want to say that they've made you feel this way, because we should take responsibility for how we're feeling and what's coming up or being triggered to the surface. This connection is going to trigger a lot of repressed old energies and emotions to the surface. That's like the point of it too. So this could be old grief, heartbreak, pain, sadness. It's the lower emotions. A lot of times that's fear, guilt, shame, and things that we have been sitting in and not aware of that are probably going to come up through when we're feeling intensely. And those are like the negative spectrum. Like, say we have emotions and we have a spectrum, we'll just say the negative are down here and the joy and euphoria and gratitude up there. And it's the lower and it's energies. So when we're feeling things and we can put a label on it, like, oh, I'm feeling kind of a lot of negative emotions, that's energy. So emotions are energy. So oftentimes we have a lot of buried, unresolved energies within ourselves that are coming up. And we're noticing that's part of the ascension and awakening journey, to deal with what comes up, but also in the twin flame journey too. Maybe you're a little bit sad about your twin flame situation. That could be an understatement. This is a reading for everyone, but for those in a separation, that's an understatement from the work I do and what I see people go through in separation, I always say it can put people in like complete upheaval, dark night of the soul, and a lot of emotional upheaval. And I call it soul shock and things like that, because only your twin flame can kind of go through that with you as well too. It just kind of depends. So this is still, for this person, releasing and dealing with some lower vibrational emotions or energies that you're dealing with. Embracing sensuality as union. And this is like your ultimate lover. But a lot of times you guys hold a lot of wounding and unresolved stuff from other past connections before you meet this person that can need to come up to heal as blocks within this union. This is like really connecting on that deeper level with this person too, and seeing them on that deeper level too, because that's part of intimacy. It's not just everything we've been taught, it's also how you see and connect with this person. And so this is like your ultimate person, and a lot of you guys know that because this is a reading for everyone. A lot of you guys are in union, and it's taking you a lot deeper than you've ever been, connecting obviously in other types of connections, because we go through different types of connections here on earth as well too. And so a lot of you guys are doing a lot of deep spiritual work with this person, but it's very rewarding within these unions and when you are in full union, experiencing the reality of change. So we have a lot of eclipses bring change, okay? And they're like literally they're very powerful energy. Now, we haven't gone through the eclipses yet, but we're already feeling the effects, okay? They're already here shaking things up. We're already starting to feel these powerful energies, and they bring up things within ourselves as we're dealing with different elements and things like that too. So it might be stirring things to the surface. So it's all beautiful when we say, okay, this is a North Node destined eclipse. But in order to fully shift into our higher destined timelines, the karmic baggage is everything holding us back. So if you guys are in karmic situations, karmic connections, got a lot of karmic cords, this is the theme. It's gonna be very uncomfortable. So we have a lot of the planet that's still choosing, I don't want to say lower timelines, karmic timelines, we'll say. It's gonna get very heavy for people. I realize karma is very dense energy. Karmic energy is very dense. It's very heavy. And so what happens as the planetary frequencies are rising, people awake or not, it's going to start to get too heavy for the soul, and the soul is much more powerful than the ego. It's going to start to shake off some of those energies, but they come up first. It's like it's almost like, floating to the surface within your field. So things might be rising up or coming up because the soul is really, really powerful, and it is going to start to shake off some of the heavier things or heavier energies in your life. Of course, they come up to the surface. This is why I'm here, telling you guys all the time to do healings, to do energy healing sessions, clearing sessions, because it's going to help you with a lot of this process with awakening and ascension, as it brings a lot to the surface very, very fast for you to kind of deal with. It might be a little different for each person, but we have a lot of similarity when you get into the deeper collective and what we're all going through. Okay, so we have the Phoenix card with this too. And so this is rising up out of it, literally, and this could be coming to earth. I always talk about descending and going to the lowest point and then rising up like a spiral to make your ascension and come into your awakening and in these higher frequency energies and fields and things like that. But this is the burning away. There's a reason why they call it twin flame, right? It's like sometimes this energy is so powerful, being in your twin flame's presence or going through the twin flame journey, that it literally burns away what is no longer serving you and it's meant to, and you're meant to rise up out of that. So there's a lot of, we can just call that clearing energy, a lot of clearing energy the divine feminine is still going through. You still have a lot happening, and you might feel that. It's alchemy of the soul too with this connection. It's going to burn away your false self, ego, attachments, things in your energy field, karmic cords and things like that too, through this connection in a powerful way. Make sure that you're spending time with yourself, meditating and reflecting. I think a lot of twin flames can really see the benefits of, if you've been through, and I feel most do, separation stages with this person, it's helped to give you the space that you need to go through this, because you're going through a lot of awakening and ascension upgrades on the planet during this time, and sometimes you need to fully integrate these and ground them in and you upgrade who you are as a person at the very core of yourself. And so every stage, like they say, every season serves a purpose, no matter what you're going through. And doesn't matter where you're at in this, make sure that you're making more time to take care of yourself and do things that are good for you, like self-care, meditation, energy healing. And I mean the spiritual, to really lean into the spiritual and your spiritual practices. This is going to help you so much. I know some that I've seen come into union and they stop with it and then, have problems come up and things like that too. So make sure that you're really taking care of yourself and taking care of your energy right now. If we're not, we're going to start to feel very heavy, as we talked about, and very tired within these energies and ascension upgrades coming in. I always describe it like when we're dealing with some of the activations and upgrades, energy healing helps to give us that complete set of codes, because I know we think we have them like in our DNA and like codes. We don't. So energy healing helps to, bring in and activate you on that fuller level of what you're kind of missing within yourself, within these energies, to help you to better integrate some of these upgrades that are going on as well too, because it's a lot on the body, what we're going through, like energetically. The entire planet Earth is literally moving through areas of space that we haven't been here for a very long time, right? We're be like moving through space like a spaceship, right? Into these very high frequency energies. And a lot is happening. It's like a voltage kind of going through your body, and we're not noticing, because I always joke around, we're doing prison play. We're busy, doing our society and what we do, but there's a lot happening on the energy level. There's a lot of upgrades coming in, and it's a lot to handle, right? With our day-to-day, as we call it, right? And things like that. So we're going to need to get more spiritual and be working on our energy to better integrate some of these shifts that are happening, okay? Okay, so we have the High Priestess, and this is like, you gotta pay attention to your intuition, something that we can activate and bring on more. And this is like activating your spiritual gifts and really using them too, okay, during this time. And this is something that Twin Flame, when we do all that clearing work that people don't want to do, everyone wants the gifts, that helps to bring our gifts on stronger and our intuition on stronger. Whatever your gifts are, they might look very different than other people's, because everyone has unique gifts and a unique blueprint, and even soul's journey. However, when we clear out all the negative energies that have been blocking us in life, we start to go a lot higher. We go up high in frequency really fast. We're tapping into our spiritual gifts. We're bringing them online stronger. And you guys are going to notice one thing, that you and your Twin Flame, while you're, I say, separate people, guess what? You have gifts that go together. So when you start just hanging out and talking about the life you want, the future you want, things start to snowball really, really fast. And you guys notice, like, you're getting stronger manifesting yourself if you're doing the work and practicing and, putting it out there. But when you and your Twin Flame are in union and you begin to do it together, things are happening very fast. You're going to get amazing. You're just thinking you're getting ideas. Literally, it's so much more. So you think you're getting good ideas of like things you want to do together, places you want to go, the life you want to be living, and you're literally anchoring in these very high timelines that you can only do together, by the way, with these shared gifts. You're usually going to notice like your gifts go so much together. Like if you're in a profession, they might be very similar. Like if you're a healer, they're probably a healer too. If you're a medium, they're probably a medium too. You're going to notice that your gifts are together on so many levels, because they're actually made to go hand in hand. And this is why Twin Flames can really never be ever separated by outside forces too, because of these shared gifts and abilities. Okay, so this is like really working with these energies. So this goes for also, this is a reading for women, right? We're doing Divine Feminine reading to lean into the feminine. Like this is with other women and that goddess energy, like really, really, whether you're choosing to be around empowered women and things like that, it's going to help you to be around the right feminine energy on this journey too, and things like that. You're going to find other Twin Flames on the journey that are going to accelerate your own spiritual journey and Twin Flame journey and catalyze it in a very, very positive way by being around the right energy. So you may notice obviously divine feminine side, that you're suddenly drawing in other women twin flames, okay, or finding them, or the right helpers, the right healers, the right people that will help you through this journey. And this is important too, because it's going to teach you a lot. It's going to give you a lot of knowledge and help you integrate things faster through your process. Okay, so we have the 9 of Swords, and this is like you're reliving past trauma. I see this all of the time. When you start to look at your entire life as, I call it a tapestry, a framework, you've been literally living out the same patterns and cycles, and it's so hard to grasp and understand because people aren't noticing. We call that on the unconscious. And so you've been creating and manifesting out of the same patterns too, and reliving a lot of the same experiences. Now, your twin flame, a lot of people think it's like, oh, okay, this is just going to change things instantly. You have to make these shifts within yourself first. So usually, coming out of a lot of karmic connections, your twin flame is probably going to come right into these patterns, template, whatever it is. This is why doing the healing work to upgrade your actual blueprint and relationship blueprints are really, really powerful and important, but they're also a necessity, so that you're not keeping on replaying out the same karmic patterns with your twin flame, okay? And this is why it's very important to be kind of doing the spiritual work, and to be also bringing more online to your conscious awareness so you can kind of get a better view of it. But that makes it very painful for people. A lot of people don't like that. It's like it can't happen overnight with this awakening. So there's some things you still need to awaken to. And we'll just say these are wounds still present in your energy field. So what most people do is like, oh, I'm good, right? But if you have certain things that are active in your energy field, they're going to come up, and it's like, okay, different people, similar patterns, lessons, because until we heal these patterns, and there's going to be things that are triggered by our wounds that we need to resolve. And so this is what karmic patterns or old wounds you're still reliving or replaying, and with your twin flame currently, or even looking back at past things and being like, oh my God, okay, I'm starting to see, okay, I had this lesson with this person and repeated it over here with this person. These are my patterns, like, right? They're not the other person, and whatever. To see your own patterns and wounds of the past of, okay, I don't want to keep repeating this stuff or reliving this stuff too. So a lot of people have been reliving on an unconscious level, and these are the patterns of what we're manifesting out of too. We call this programming and things like that too. So things in your field, anything from your past that's still coming up. And this is a specific twin flame reading too. So with your twin flame. Okay, so we have the 8 of Wands. Things are moving fast. Like the energies are suddenly starting to move. I said the beginning of the year was like so slow, right? It was rest, integrating, really, getting a good day-to-day routine, what you needed to clear out, what you need to get rid of. Things are going to start to move very, very fast. Now, I was being shown this morning like an image of like someone like hiding in their blanket and like, resting and, cocooning and shutting the world out. It's time to come out. Okay, if you guys are just kind of avoiding the energy, this is like, well, you can kind of, move through them, but we want to be really, really using them. And these are the energies of which we really create out of. These light codes are here to help us with our manifestations and what we're doing. So we need to be using these energies while they're high. Trust me on this. So things slow, not moving, not happening. Where's my manifestations? Using the right energies, things start to move really, really fast in a good direction. And this is with your twin flame. Okay, this is a twin flame reading too. And what you're manifesting within this connection. This is meant to empower you. So divine feminine being shown ways that you need to get in a higher alignment. These Sirius energies are helping you to align with your highest frequency that you can possibly be in, but your highest self. You have old wounds that are still coming up from the twin flame or from the twin flame journey that are being triggered, being guided to do a little bit more healing as well too, but things are accelerating and moving fast with the twin flame. So this is like next stage of the journey coming up for you, okay? Okay, we're going to do divine masculine reading now. Let's see what's going on for the divine masculine side of things. Divine masculine. All right, time to open your psychic senses even more, okay? And it's like awakening energy, third eye energy, seeing things on a deeper level, integrating this stuff, because we have to integrate it. A lot of our knowledge is going to come from our lessons, past lessons. Yep, Earth. I say from Earth school, and like, you know, what we become aware of, what we've been through, so much knowledge to be acquired here, okay? This is literally working with your psychic gifts and abilities, though, and bringing them online. A lot of our life experiences are trying to awaken us. Even when you were asleep, a lot of the situations you were put in were to test you, but also to get you to use your gifts and abilities and your magic, and to find it in different situations that you've been in. Your psychic gifts are activating, and they're activating fast. You might be a seer, a visionary, for the men watching this, and, you know, have a lot of psychic, I always say potential, because we have so much more that we can activate. Doing third eye work, third eye activations will help you to bring on more so that you can see things on a deeper level. There's still some things you're not seeing about your situation. So the more that you open up and activate your third eye, you're going to be able to see more of what's happening in your life and your reality, and with your divine feminine too. So there's more we need to bring online psychically, okay? So the more that you're kind of doing third eye work, you'll be able to see more about your situation. Make sure you're maintaining a positive state, okay? Negative inner thoughts, negative life, right? Okay, negative thoughts all the time, negative life, attracting negative situations, like attracts like. Doing the inner work to shift out of negative thought patterns, thinking patterns, projections, and things, more and more positive reality, okay? Make sure you're staying in a positive state. And about your twin flame situation, this is a love relationship twin flame reading. So make sure you're staying positive moving forward about your, whether it's your divine feminine, what's going on with you guys. This will help to shift your current situation and to flow into more abundance. Some of these men are receiving a lot of money. Abundance can come in many forms. Positive energy, positive connections coming into your life. Some of you guys are tapping into things and flowing a lot better than you've ever been flowing through doing this inner work, which is very, very powerful too. So you guys are tapping into very high frequency energies and abundance. Okay, so we have practicing daily spirituality. We have a lot happening on the planet. And the best thing that we can do right now is to turn towards the spiritual. And I mean in your daily life and practices, what you're doing with it. Taking care of your energy, cleansing your energy, doing things to raise your vibrational frequency, putting out positive intentions, prayer, manifestation work, right? And like, you know, healing what's coming up and clearing it and things like that too. Instead of just stuffing it in and having it keep coming up. It's a little bit like, oh my God, I'm being shown, sorry, very visual. I'm being shown, like, I don't know if you're a little kid and they had like these little clown boxes or something, and you'd like crank the handle and the clown would come out. It's a little like one of these boxes and the clown popped out and you're just trying to shove it back in, and it keeps popping out. And so when we don't do the healing work, it's like we're just stuffing it back in our field, and guess what? It comes up every relationship, every time, every person, and not just romantically, like all the time. And it's kind of like trying to shove the same stuff in. And with ascension, like, you know, the box is broken. It's keeps coming to the surface. It's like there's things that you're needing to, I say, integrate, heal, acknowledge, and integrate for this spiritual work that you're being guided to do. It's meant to make you a better person, but also to shift you into your destiny. And I love that, because I love eclipses. They're wild cards, and the universe is going to give you what you need, right? But they help so much to accelerate our timelines and to make sure that we're on the right timeline. So regardless of your situation, you're going to be ending up on a better timeline, higher timeline. You need to really trust the universe and trust in your destiny. Our destiny is like our higher blueprint. It's our 5D blueprints that we hold, that most of the planet, if we look around, are not living in alignment with that. Okay, we'll just say that. So a lot of people don't even tap into that full potential in every lifetime, and we want to. Okay, we want to really embody and bring that 5D blueprint into our energy field, but into our lives, so that we can really shift into these higher destiny. Your destiny is union with this person, with your twin flame, and being in beautiful union. And there's an assortment of timelines, right, that you guys can shift, I want to say shift into together. So we talked on the divine feminine side of things about the only thing that's holding you back from these higher timelines with your twin flame and shifting into them is any karmic load, karmic energies that are holding you down right now and anchoring you into lower timelines. Now, for some, this might be karmic cords and other connections, karmic attachments, we call that. But for some, it could just be old unresolved healing coming up that you need to deal with, baggage. Okay, realizing empathy as revolution. So I was going to do like a whole talk on this. Twin flames are empaths. Yes, both of you. Now, the thing with being an empath, and some of you guys might realize this about your other connections, is that when people are seeking healing, when people are seeking healing, people want to be around you. You have a deeply healing and transformative energy. You help people to see themselves. If people have done the healing and shadow work, they want to be around you. You're going to inspire them. For those that, I want to say refuse, are not healing or are very unhealed, you're going to notice that they don't want to be around you and they might even avoid you. And usually this is because you bring up things that they need to heal, resolve, or even some projections within themselves, okay? So this is a reading. If you are a twin flame, you're both empaths. This can make it very interesting, but it's also why you come together to do the healing work together, because there's that, this goes with the twin flame mirroring effect as well too. For this divine masculine, empaths have a special kind of energy field, and it can be very magnetizing for other people, but it also can repel the people that are choosing not to do that work or aren't great for your energy either, and things like that too. You're very, very empathic. This means that you need to have good boundaries and that you need to be more mindful of your connections, because when you let the wrong people in, they might not be great for you and things like that. You need to make sure you're aligning with the right connections as an empath. It can be very draining for your spirit and soul to be not aware of that and to not be taking good care of your energy as an empath, because empaths are naturally transmuters. You pick up and absorb a lot of energy of the people around you. So if you're hanging out with people that aren't taking care of their own energy, you're absorbing that all day, and it's like you're kind of on overdrive processing a lot of energies. This is why empaths generally need to do a lot more clearing work and taking care of your energy. Twin flames, right? You need to kind of be more mindful of your energy and kind of clearing it more. Okay, some of you guys are finding a lot of spirit messages. Pay attention if you're seeing feathers, coins. I love it, right? Little signs. Maybe you're seeing divine signs all around you connected to this twin flame journey too. Okay, we have travel, and I love this card because some of you guys, this connection might be getting you out of your box and requiring you to travel, go other places. Really love this card. Okay, some of you guys, this is, you live far away from your twin flame and they're traveling to see you, or you're traveling to see them. But for some, I know a lot of twin flames that are making travel plans together of places you want to visit, go to, bucket list kind of stuff. Some of you guys might be making plans to move elsewhere or just to explore, and this is beautiful. Travel is in your cards and it's in your future, and I mean with your twin flame. You guys are going to go places together and kind of explore. Okay, you're doing root chakra work. It goes hand in hand with this entire reading. You're really building your foundation. Inner child healing is happening. We talked about a lot of old unresolved stuff kind of popping up for the divine masculine. Your root chakra is where you hold your karmic imprints, programs, templates, right? It's a lot of inner child stuff, but it's also from your ancestral trauma karma line too. So this is healing your root chakra. It's fear. It's literal karmic imprints turn into fear and things like that too. So some type of root chakra work will really help you. Inner child healing. I have so many inner child healings. I have so many healings on my website, but I have so many inner child healings that'll really, really help you. Some type of inner child healing work will really benefit you to this masculine watching this. Okay, this is we have good cards wrapping it up. We have Two of Cups. And this is perfect partnership. This person is actually perfect for you. Yes, painful energies come up. They're not from your twin flame. They're things unresolved from your past that you've been carrying around. They're all your blocks to love that you had unknowing that come up from this, so that you can, as we say, release these energies and heal, because this is the perfect relationship for you. This is your person. Twin flames, when they come into union, that's it. That's it, right? They're going to stay in union. Trust me, you don't do all this work to not. So this is one of my favorite cards for love. And it's funny because when I wrapped up the Divine Feminine reading, I have pretty much the same card as the last card for the masculine. So doing the work to be in this perfect union, okay? as you heal the issues, they won't be coming up in the union. So you have this Page of Wands, and this is, once again, things are moving fast for you in your life with this connection. It could be like, wow, when you guys are together, things are moving very fast with this person, right? Planning the future, making things happen, manifesting, things are like really, really going fast. It was like when I when I got on my own twin flame journey, yes, it literally put you in a healing crisis. But once you move through and do this healing work, you're going to still have to keep healing yourself. Obviously, we're living on earth, but things begin to manifest very, very fast in my life. Things that would have taken years are just taking months, and things are starting to move faster and faster. So you're making plans, maybe with your twin flame or solo in your life, but around your union. So whether you're sitting around daydreaming about the life you want with your twin flame, because it's a twin flame reading, you're manifesting and you might not even know it, just soul searching, figuring out what you want, the life you want, envisioning it, picturing you and your twin flame and what you want to be doing with them. This is actually anchoring timelines, these plans that you're making. So you might be in this kind of phase of like soul searching and thinking about the life you want with your twin flame, but this is things happening so fast to get there and to anchor into those timelines. Because we do a lot of work in the manifestation realm before we see things in our physical reality too. So this is like, maybe you know that, and it's being reflected with your twin flame in the physical, where you guys are talking about things, you're making plans. I'd like to go here, I'd like to do this. Me and my twin flame have been doing that the past few days, like making plans about things we want to do, places we want to go. So it could be like that, or even just the life that you envision living with your twin flame. You're kind of thinking about this person a lot and, you know, where you want this to take you. But once again, September is bringing a fast moving energy, and things can really align fast within these energies and bring a lot of positive shifts. Trust me, you guys are going to be seeing a lot of progress no matter where you're at, whatever stage you're at within the twin flame journey. And you might even feel that, because it can be a little overwhelming sometimes for some if you're energy sensitive and things are kind of coming up fast with the healing, or just moving fast with the manifestations. Okay, have a beautiful day. If you guys need me, make sure you guys are booking the sessions on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. I have everything up through the eclipse, and then I don't have my 9/9 stuff up yet. We'll start there, but check out all the stuff on my website. You can do any of it all the time anyways. Have some beautiful sessions on there for you. If you need me, just go ahead and book me on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com.